Tom, I guess a frustrating night for you guys, but I guess that's the measure of this league. Top to bottom, any team can beat another on the night.
Yeah, I think so. At the minute, I think for the first period, I think we probably edged the first period, and then I'd certainly say the second period playing on bad ice, I don't think it helped us, especially when we get a 5-on-3 and the puck's jumping and hopping. And to be fair, I think that was probably the catalyst for the momentum change in the game. You don't score on your 5-on-3s, it gets a bench up. And I thought from that point on in that period, Milton Keynes were first to everything. They kind of outskated us. They turned some pucks over and they got rewarded off that.
I guess to a certain extent it was end-to-end, like you said, had control in the first period, and it, the ice wasn't great in that second with the Olympic breaking down. Same for both sides, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. But when you particularly on a 5-on-3, you want clean ice or good ice at least. But it's not an excuse at all. They came out hungry after that, and like I say, it lifted the bench and they got rewarded through that hard work. And from there, we couldn't get ourselves back in it. And when we felt like we did, with a little bit of a push for the last 10 minutes, we kind of shot ourselves in the foot as well on the outside. So I think you give a guy too much room, and he's going to exploit it. And there's plenty of good players like that, and Stewie did that tonight.
Game aside and the result aside, of course, Lightning being back in this league, tonight was sort of brought back memories of, evenings of old back in the old EPL. Good to see the sort of two sides playing each other again.
No, it was a good fast-paced game of hockey. There was a lot of noise in the building tonight, and I'm sure that helped the MK bench. But from our point of view, we're obviously disappointed not to pick up some points tonight. But we go again tomorrow.
Brilliant. Well, Tom, thanks so much for talking to us. Safe journey back.
Yeah, cheers.
It's starting to become a bit of a habit, isn't it?
Well, it's early days yet, but yeah, it's nice. It's nice to be up here talking to you about wins, and 3 in a row. Obviously, all have been at home because of the nature of the Leeds game last week. But yeah, I'm delighted with that. Telford are at the top of the table right now, and they're there for a reason because they're a very good hockey team. And you know what? First period, not great. But for 2 periods there, my honest opinion is that we were by far the better team.
We talked about having these cohesive periods right the way through the season so far, and they've been sort of in the first period or third period. As you say, for 40 minutes there, you were quite a way the better team.
Yeah, that's my opinion. I might change it when I watch the video. I sometimes do, but I felt that the first period was played at quite a frantic pace, and they were more comfortable with that than we were. We were making reactionary plays, sort of, just sort of hacking and whacking, trying to get pucks away, but not really thinking about where the puck was going to end up. But then, obviously we had that extended break because there was an issue with the ice, and the boys came out with a complete different level of composure. And like you said, second period we started to turn it on, and third period we did everything that we needed to do just to finish the game off, which was encouraging.
A couple of frustrating penalties in there as well, but probably not the reactions that we've probably had in a few games in the past, and the guys are getting better on those reactions.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Some things in hockey are just quite clearly a penalty, and those ones you don't mind too much. But I do feel that we battled the officiating a little bit tonight, which is tough to take because we're not a dirty team, but our penalty count suggests otherwise. But I'm not saying that the penalties called on us weren't penalties. I'm just saying that I'm not sure we had quite as many power plays as we probably should have had. A lot of like off the puck, like guys, trying to get out to defend, and someone just runs straight into them and stops them from getting their ice position, which is sort of a thing that was supposed to be eradicated 10 years ago from the game. That was happening a lot out there. But you know what? I'm not moaning. The officials come here and they work hard and they try and do their best, and they don't see everything. I don't see everything. That's why I have to go home and watch a video, so I'm not expecting them to see everything in real time.
We talk every week as well about the volume of the fans and everything else, and the fans are always noisy, and last week and this week they're on it from the word go.
Yeah, and you know what, it's everyone has a part to play in that. We have to play well enough to get the fans excited, and we need the fans to make the noise to make us play well. So everyone has a role to play in it, and it's not people say, oh, you're an extra man on the ice. When there's noise like that, I know as a visiting team that's hard to play in, and for us it just keeps us going and going, like on the penalty kills towards the end, and when they pulled the goal at the end, just diving in front of a puck, chipping a puck out, taking a hit to make a play. Those things are all easier when the crowd's right behind you. We
try not to single out players in every single game, but you can't ignore the figures that Liam Stewart is starting to put up, and he's got to get the puck from someone. People have got to give him the puck in the first place, but he knows where the net is.
He does know where the net is, and but he does a lot more than that. And he's the guy that's obviously getting all the plaudits with all the stats, and he deserves that. His stats don't lie, but I think we've just found something now a little bit with our lines. We've got now what I would class as 2 proper top lines, and then a really, really good third line, and that third line was unreal tonight. TCG and Harry, they played heavy and hard all night, and they were tough to play against, and that was actually what led to some of our goals, was that they'd been on there and just like a battering ram. And then the next line goes on and picks up the glory for it. So, it's very much a team effort tonight, from the front to the back, and everyone played a part.
Long trip to Hull tomorrow. Now, you beat them obviously last weekend, and confidence will be high, but it's different. You can't take it for granted, can you?
You can't take it for granted, and what we certainly can't do is let them score 7 goals. I spoke to you about it last week. Conceding 7 goals very rarely results in a win. We got away with one. We dodged a bullet last week, but we have to be better defensively. We have to stay out of the box, and we've got to be prepared to play hard all night tomorrow night.
Brilliant. Well, Cliff, listen, safe journey tomorrow. Good luck on the road, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks a lot, Chris.